right, it's Saturday morning. It's like the 9th or something like that of July. And I don't know, I'm heading out to Salado real quick. Just saw the architect, Mr. Mars, eating breakfast at Miller's. Feel like we're all in really good agreement. And I know it's comical how often things change, but it is feeling good. So I'm just gonna go out there, kind of walk through this last design that he gave us, and just kind of give an update of what we're gonna do. So here we go. Got plenty of coffee for the 10-minute drive from Belton. All right, so made the little drive over here to Salado. Just peaceful Saturday morning. Just want to kind of walk through kind of how we've got to where we're at, a little update, and the kind of roller coaster of thought on what we should do with this building and what our current plan is. So this building popped up a couple months ago. Reed and we saw the listing. I guess a broker friend sent it to us. We were immediately super interested. We were the first showing, made a full price offer because we just knew that this property was going to be, something special. It wasn't without issues. It's an old building. It's pretty rough. Not a great parking lot. I don't know, just it needs some love, but it was still just a really cool spot. And we're right here, on I-35 in Salado, which is a big deal. So the first problem was the property was zoned historic, which means no drive-throughs. And we were kind of told that, hey, you're probably not going to be able to change the zoning. We were, definitely told, don't try to change the zoning. And we did. So first thing I had to do was kind of, go through, and actually the village, the city, whatever you want to call it, of Salado they worked with us very well. City manager was cool. And everybody, there was some concerns about, people don't want to lose the kind of historic charm that makes Salado. This property is not historic. It's just a little bit old, and it's on the interstate. And so ultimately we were able to change the zoning to local retail, which will allow a drive-through. So that instantly increased the value of this property, which was really great. Something we were kind of banking on, even though we were told we probably wouldn't be able to do it. So then we kind of get in here, we start going through demo, and we kind of start realizing there's issues with the floor. There's some rotten floors. The bathroom's not where you want it. There's some kind of issues with the framing of the trusses and stuff like that. So we started kind of calculating all the issues we're gonna have, and we also were kind of back and forth on the exact concept. And so for a while we were thinking about just tearing it down, and then no, we'll use it as it is, and then so we've kind of been back and forth. And a lot of that decision, it was kind of based on two things. One, what is our concept going to be in here? And so as we kind of looked at maybe putting a full breakfast menu in here, you could kind of justify more space. And two, when you start calculating damage, you can quickly get to a place where you can start over with a fresh, clean slate, a nice concrete slab and all that. Yeah, you're spending a little extra money, but it's not that much to get to a building that's going to last for a very long time and allow you to expand square footage. Anyways, so we kind of two parts of that, right? And so for the business part, so Reed and I, we're partners in this building, and so and I'm also going to be the tenant with the coffee shop. So one thing that we really want to do anytime you have a relationship like that, you want to be fair to the partnership on the real estate and also fair to the business that you're going to be representing as the tenant, right? And so you have all these thoughts of I want to make sure that we're making a good deal for the real estate deal. We're charging the right market rent, and we're getting the best ROI on this deal. But I also want to do what's going to sell the most coffee and land us with the most profit there. So anyways, that's been kind of like these spinning thoughts. But we kind of went back and forth on the idea of doing breakfast. And then, last week we had our leadership team meeting. And, as we're kind of outlining our 10-year plan, we just were I wanted to define what is a shiny object. And by shiny object, I wanted to define kind of what the goals are for the company. And once we define what we're trying to do, I don't want to deviate unless it's something just crazy. And so Muscovy Coffee Roasters, we want to open coffee shops. I want to open 10 in the next 10 years. But I don't want to necessarily open any more breakfast restaurants unless it's in another Miller Smokehouse. And so once we kind of really defined, okay, this is what we're doing. We are opening coffee shops. we're going to sell this type of food, not full breakfast. We're going to, we're going to sell Mama Miller's pastries, some nice quick food, and real specialty coffee. And you start defining what a shiny object is, you're able to kind of make more concise decisions. And so once I was able to say, no, look, I don't want a full breakfast kitchen. I don't need the big, 16 feet of vent hood and the huge walk-in and the dish pit and all that. It kind of changes our needs. And so anyways, this week we kind of, I don't know, we had called some other people in to look. Architect's been extremely helpful in coming by. We kind of came to a different plan of being able to take this current building and salvage it, make it well insulated, foam it up, make it tight, new windows, new doors, reinforce this roof, do all this other stuff. And I think we're going to be at a place where our price per foot is very comparable to the price per foot of building new with a maybe doubling the footprint. But our timeline and our risk and our just overall effort is going to be much less. And so we landed at a place where we are going to be able to use this building, and it's going to work really well for the use that I have, which is a drive-through coffee shop, specialty coffee shop, with some Mama Miller's snacks in here, and still a nice indoor dining and patio environment, and obviously great location. So anyways, we kind of, I don't know, after a lot of back and forth and leaning on a lot of people for advice, I feel like we're at a good place. So now I'm just like really excited. So I'm gonna kind of walk you through kind of how this is all gonna feel. So you're gonna walk in the front door. We're gonna blow out a big storefront right here. When you come in, there's gonna be, let me flip this around, because then we're not, I don't want people to walk in the coffee shop and the first thing they see is the restroom. So this kind of gives, you can say I'm kind of where the restroom would be. You'll kind of walk in and have more of an open area, so it's not awkward going to the restroom. And we can kind of tuck the door where it's facing kind of back this way, so that you're not also opening the door of the restroom and staring at people, which is just weird. So, all right, so we'll have a wall here. So now this will all kind of be the back of house. So if I'm standing here, this is where we walked in. This is your long coffee bar, your back bar, your drive-through, and then everything behind me. This wall is going to move, slightly, but this is all going to be kind of our back of house. So dish sink, freezers, coolers, prep tables, all that kind of stuff. And we have the ability to add, so where this wall is back here, it's very easy for us to add a walk-in cooler outside and blow in a hole and be golden. So it's, I'm really excited. So we've already got everything cleaned up, all the exteriors. We've scraped, we've removed pretty much every outbuilding and piece of debris that was out here. And so now it's like, I don't know, now that we've finally settled, I feel like we're like extremely excited and in a rush to get going. So we are getting everything done, topography and stuff for all the site work. It's gonna be a parking lot back over here. There's gonna be a drive-through around the building. So now we're just, I don't know, I feel like we've had this like month of just back and forth and figuring out what we're gonna do and plans, and now everything just really clicked, and I couldn't be more excited. And now I just want instant gratification, and I want to open like tomorrow. So anyways, that's pretty much the update on the Salado project. Learning a lot. Definitely learning that when you buy an old building like this, there's a lot of opinions out there. Having a couple people that you truly trust to weigh in on it is invaluable. You have to have it. And there's no perfect answer and no perfect solution. So sometimes you're just going to have to make the best answer you can, make the best decision based on like the info and the people around you have, and just deal with the consequences if you're wrong. So I don't know, that's about it. And I cannot wait to get open here. So that's all.